Just wait on it 2025. Just wait on it 2025. Call Allah Yamla, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakhakwadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who rule well and are worthy of their double honors. Peace and blessing to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last seconds of time. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Mighty Shalom. This lesson is entitled, Just Wait on It 2025. Just wait on it 2025. Just wait on these prophecies. Just wait on these oracles. Just wait on these judgments, these famines, these pestilences, the deliverance and the salvation, and also the destruction of whom the world ignorantly calls God through his son, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Just wait on it. All right, this is Luke 21:25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. And it tells us in the book of Revelation, the 12th chapter, around the 12th verse, woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you with great wrath, because he knoweth he had but a short time. And with that being said, Esau Edom knoweth that his rule, his reign, his dominion is short-lived. All right? So just wait on it. Just wait till the wicked be taken out of power, because as it says in Nahum, the Lord will not acquit the wicked, and just wait for the reward of the righteous. All right, like it says in the book of Revelations, behold, my reward is with me. All right, let me get it real quick. Every man according to his works. This is Revelation 22:12, red letters, whom the word ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, whose true Hebrew name is Yahweh Shai, speaking. Revelation 22:12, and behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his work shall be. And you can receive a reward for doing good. You can receive a reward for doing evil. All right. So that's what the Lord is coming back with, destruction and deliverance. So just wait on it. All right. Luke 21:25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon. In the book of Genesis, the first chapter, it goes into a lesser light, which goes into the moon, and a greater light, which rules the day, which goes into the sun. All right, which the Lord uses for an observance of signs, times, to let us know that we're getting closer to the end. And as it says in Jeremiah, I believe 31, all right, I'll just get it real quick. These different ordinances, these celestial bodies, the sun, the moon, the stars, all right, they're created for our observation, all right, not for us to worship them. This is Jeremiah 31:35. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, the greater light and the lesser light, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. Verse 36, if those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord Yahweh, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. So if you stop seeing the sun, the moon, the stars, all right, those celestial bodies in the heavens, okay, so-called space, then you will not see the nation of Israel from being a nation. And we know the sun ultimately rises in the east, sets in the west, okay, and the moon is ultimately that lesser light of the night, all right, for the signs and the times, okay. We still see those methods of observation on the planet Earth. So therefore, you see the nation of Israel. So just wait on it. We're still here, all right? Prophesying unto the end, according to the word, which is Yahweh Shai, man. All right? So just wait on it, okay? Yahweh Yahweh Shai has a purpose and a plan that will be fulfilled, all right? So just wait on it. And the scriptures even tell us, what if some don't believe? Shall these things go without effect? This is Romans 3:3. For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of our power without effect? God forbid, yea, let God our power be true, but every man a liar, as it is written that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings and mightest overcome without our judge. So what if some don't believe? Just because there's naysayers and there's scoffers and there's the incredulity of others, that doesn't mean that these prophecies won't be fulfilled. The Lord has a plan, a purpose, an objective. All right. He has his hopeful elect. Okay. And these things will be fulfilled. All right. May not be today, may not be tomorrow, but according to prophecy, and these signs in the heavens are a tall tale sign. This is just a Google search. It says, what is a strawberry moon and when does it occur? It says the strawberry moon is the name given to the full moon that occurs in June, which happened last night, which was a full moon throughout and during a month, which the word month goes into moon cycle. All right. Throughout the month. All right. You see an increase, a decrease in the phases of the moon. And last night was a full moon, which was a sign of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to tell us being a nation of Israel, the hopeful elect, that whom the world didn't really calls God through his son, whom the world didn't really calls Jesus Christ, is getting closer and closer to appearing. All right. Like the scriptures say, all those who love his appearance, that's who the Lord is letting know how close he is to getting back to us, man, to delivering us. So it says the strawberry moon is the name given to the full moon that occurs in June. All right. And it has some meat in here and it has some bones also. All right. So you just take out the ones that apply to the scriptures and just apply it. So it says this year's strawberry moon will be particularly visible as it will be the lowest full moon since 2006 due to a major lunar standstill. All right. And you see solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, blood moons. All right. Strawberry moons like this is going into. But all these things are appearing before that great and notable day, which is Jacob's trouble, which is the Lord's return. This is Acts 2:20. The sun shall be turned into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and notable day of the Lord comes. So we're seeing all these different judgments, these events on the planet Earth, because that great and notable day of the Lord is coming. Blood moons, strawberry moons, all right, solar eclipse, lunar eclipse, signs in the heavens. But that's not for us to be dismayed at them. All right, as the scriptures say, do not be dismayed at the signs of heavens, because the heathen are dismayed at them. The heathen are worshiping the sun, the moon. Those things were merely made for our observation to let us know when there's high holy days, feast days, all right, to show us the signs and the times we're in, that we know that the Lord is getting closer and closer to appearing, all right, and all those that love his appearing, those special friends, those pastors, all right. Let me get it real quick. This is 2 Timothy 4, and I'll start at verse 7. Apostle Paul going into it. It says, I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. And that's the pivotal key, keeping the faith unto the end. Scriptures say, he that endured unto the end, the same shall be saved. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. All right, because these things are not waiting. These things being these judgments, prophecies, pestilences, famines. All right, violence is increasing. The signs in the heavens are showing forth that the Lord is getting closer and closer. So what are we waiting on? All right, we ought to be using these different times, these signs in the heavens, to prepare ourselves, man. That's merely what it is, to prepare yourself and get ready for these things that are coming to pass. All right, not to worship the literal sun and the moon. All right, like these heathen nations do. They worship the sun. All right. See, the sun is their God. The moon is their God. The stars and celestial bodies and planets as their God. All right. But Yahweh Bashim Yahushua created those celestial heavenly bodies for us to observe and for to be a sign of the times. All right. Let me get this real quick. Bear with me. Bear with me. This is Sirach 43, and I'll start at verse 5. It says, great is the Lord. I start at verse 5. Great is the Lord that made it, and at his commandments run it hastily. He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times and a sign of the world. From the moon is the sign of feast, a light that decreaseth in her perfection, because you have phases of the moons. It waxes till it gets to full moon, and then what? It goes to a new moon. Okay, but those are the different phases that the Lord shows us ultimately in that observation of that month, because the word moon goes into month. Month means moon. It says, from the moon is the sign of feast, a light that decreases in her perfection. The month is called after her name, because you have what? Cycles, monthly cycles. All right. The moon has cycles. It says the month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven. So the moon is an instrument of the armies above. Of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the sun is an instrument of the armies above. They're not for us to worship, all right, and call upon, all right. They just signified high holy days and the signs of the times, man. Just like this strawberry moon, so-called, was, man. All right. It was a sign of the times that we're in to show that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is getting closer and closer to delivering us. All right. Like the scriptures say, look up and your redemption drawing nigh. So I'll go back to the book of Luke. All right. Chapter 21. And I'll just end off on that. Lord willing, this message was edifying. This is back in Luke. Chapter 21. Let's see where I'll start at. Okay. All right, I'll just start at Luke 21, and I'll start at, let me see, verse 25. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. And that's what we're seeing across the four corners of the earth. Different signs, but also we're seeing the prophets that are on the scene, like it tells you in Amos 3:6. Surely the Lord would do nothing, but he revealed his secrets unto the prophets. So the prophets on the scene are also a sign of the Lord's. You got the prophets in America. You got across the four corners of the earth. But what's the common denominator? Those lyrics in Revelation, the 14th chapter. Fear Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Don't take the charagma. Babylon the Great will be overthrown with violence. So even though there's the incredulity there, you have faith there. And faith is going to blot out all of the disbelief, the scoffing, the different doctrines that are being pushed. All right. Our faith in this word and this doctrine and this manna from heaven, which the word goes into Yahushua. All right. Our faith in that is ultimately is going to be enough in these times, man. Where you have these perilous times where these events are going on the earth, and it's seeming as if the righteous will scarcely make it. Okay. So it says, verse 26, men's heart failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. That's right. And we're seeing that on the earth. The whole earth is in the seat of anticipation for these events. And ultimately, one name, one power will remain standing. Like it says in Revelation, the 19th chapter, upon his head, he shall come back wearing many crowns. Okay. So the Lord is going to make a speedy riddance of the earth's militaries. So just wait on it. The judgment, the pestilence, the famines, the deliverance, the salvation, also the destruction. Just wait on it. And it's that point in time where this doctrine has gone out. The proof has been made sufficient in the earth. And guess what? The Lord's will is going to be done. So the naysayers and the gainsayers, that time is getting less and less. Okay? Their time is being ultimately shortened due to these prophecies. Like the scriptures say, the Lord is going to shorten the days for the elect's sake. Okay. Lord willing, I'm of that number. So that's why you see all these different judgments going out, because we don't have a lot of time left. So just wait on it. So it says, verse 27, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And that cloud right there equals a chariot, when the word really speaks of as unidentified flying objects, man, which are chariots of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So it says, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption drawing nigh. So we're seeing these different events on the earth because they're equaling up to destruction, also deliverance. All right. So Lord willing, this message was edifying. I'm going to give infinite honors and praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Harachak Wadash. Double honors to my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to you, Akim, pushing out this truth across the four corners during these last sections of time. Kwam Yashala, mighty Shalom.